So, part 9 of chapter 8, forecasting. We're going to look at an example of regression model being used to forecast. That's the causal method that we're going to look at. So we have this example 8.2, supply chain manager seeks a better way to forecast the demand for door hinges and believes that the demand is related to advertising expenditures. So I think that there's a relationship between these two variables, and we have the following data of sales. So we have the month number there, 5 months period. We have sales in thousands of units, and we have advertising in thousands of dollars, right? So the company will spend $1,750 dollars next month on advertising for a product. We need to use linear regression to develop the equation, right? So the first thing we need to ask is, okay, what is the dependent variable and what is the independent variable? Do you guys know? So what impact in what, right? What is the x variable that is going to impact in our y variable? Is that sales that impact in advertising or advertising that impact in sales? What do you guys think? So in this case, is advertise that impact in sales, right? So the theory behind it is if I advertise more, if I spend more time, more money in advertising, I will sell more products. And we want to know if I advertising $1,750 in 1 month, how much units I'm going to sell in the next month, right? So causal method, advertise impacting sales. So we have a y variable and an x variable. Y is sales, x is advertising. And if we do a scatter plot, which is this kind of chart, and put the data points there, we have advertising in thousands of dollars, we have sales in thousands of units, and we can plug here the data here. For this advertising, this was the sales. For this advertising, this was sales, and so forth, so on. So is there a positive or negative correlation? As we learned before, positive correlation, right? I'm increasing advertising and I'm increasing sales at the same time. And is that a strong or weak correlation? Very strong correlation, right? So you can see that if I draw a line here in the middle, he's going to be perfectly kind of explain the relationship between those two variables, right? So this is what happened if I put that line. It tells me that's a positive and strong correlation between those two variables. So we need to use Excel to determine the A and B variables, like the alpha and the beta, right? So I'm going to tell you guys and show you guys how to do this with Excel with this example, and also with the other example that we have in our PowerPoint presentation. So if I run the correlation, I get this number. Alpha is minus 8.135, beta is 19.229, R is 0.98, R squared is 0.96. So what does that mean? Is that a good model? Does X explain well the variation of Y? Yeah, it's a very good, amazing model, right? The ones that only appear in examples from textbooks, right? To 0.96. So it means that X explains 96% of the variation in Y. And I can use alpha and beta to write down the equation. So Y equals minus 8.135 plus 109.229 times X. So now if I want to predict Y, I just need to put the value of X here, which in our case was 1.75, right? So use that equation that we just realized and got from the regression model, put the 1.75 as X, I have my predicted value of Y, okay?